Hello, welcome back again in another video with me, and this time I'm gonna show you how I customize my phone, which is currently a Samsung S20 FE, and I'm gonna explain it step by step thoroughly. So just a quick reminder before we start, I just want you to know that this requires a bit more time investment, so if you don't have much time, you can just use the timestamps down below to skip to the parts that you prefer to watch. But either way, I guarantee you that you'll still find something very interesting here. So with the software update One UI 4.0 or Android 12, now we've got plenty of options to customize our phone. And here are the looks of my phone before the customization. Anyway, let's just jump right into the first one. So for the wallpaper, I usually search for free wallpapers on VLLO or Pinterest. I think changing up the wallpaper is totally a game changer for the customization, as you will stare at it each time you open your phone, so you have to make sure that it is something that you like. Anyway, to download wallpapers from this website, we have to make an account first. As you see here, I already connect my Facebook account to the website, and you can just tap this icon to download the wallpaper. There's a lot of other cute illustrations that you can download, and it will usually stay updated every time you open the website. Next is Pinterest. I usually go with simple illustrations from Studio Ghibli scenes or some abstract pictures with not too much color in it, and sometimes I just go with plain color for the home screen so that it won't look too full with all of the apps and the widgets. Anyway, you also have to make sure to zoom in the picture first to see if it's in good quality. And don't forget to search for other aesthetic pictures or quotes that matches with the color palette that you like for the decorations to put on the home screen later on. And here are the keywords that you can use to search on Pinterest. After we search for the wallpaper, we can go to Settings, Wallpaper and Style, tap Gallery, and choose the wallpaper that you like to choose based on the color palette that you want. And for me, I think I'm just gonna go with color green, so I'm just going to select this picture and set it as the home screen. We can then adjust the position and zoom it in or out, and followed by choosing the color palette that are available here, which actually are based on the wallpaper that we chose earlier, and we're done. So we can follow the same steps as before for the lock screen, and here I'm just going to use this green illustration for the lock screen. Notification and display. So for the notification, there are two styles that you can choose here, and I'm just gonna go with the brief notification, and we can go to the brief pop-out settings and tap the edge lighting style. As you see, there are lots of effects available here. There's this one with the full lighting on every edge of the screen, but I'm just gonna go with the spotlight. Then you can change the color to your liking, followed by the transparency and the long duration of the notification. For the display, we can choose what kind of mode that you prefer. There is the light one and the dark mode, but I'm just gonna use the light one. Next, there's an option to change the font, and I choose this Samsung One font, and we can adjust the size, and this goes the same for the screen zoom option. For the screen timeout, I choose for a minute to save the battery, and here's the fun part, the edge panel. There are plenty of panels you can choose here, but I'm just gonna go with these three: tasks, apps, and clipboard. And here, as you can see, we can edit the kind of tasks that you prefer to put on the panel, as well as the application panel. Then let's go to the handle and adjust the position of the panel. We can adjust the position to the left or to the right. We can also lock the handle and followed by the color setting. Then change the transparency, the size, and the width of the handle. So this panel I think is so useful because it really gives us a quick access to open tasks or apps that you want. And the last here is the navigation bar. Here I go with the swipe gestures instead of the button just because I prefer to see the full screen, and we can change its settings of sensitivity as you can see here, and I choose the highest one. So now if we want to go back, we can just swipe the screen like this and just drag the bottom of the screen up to see the recent apps that we open at the moment. So for the lock screen, we can go to settings followed by lock screen option. Firstly, you can set the lock type. As you see, there's a variety of it, and I choose this one, and I choose white for the color. Next, you can turn on always on display mode. So there are 4 types you can choose here. I think I prefer to show it always. Then for the clock style, here in the select clock sections, you can choose all kinds of available clocks. Or here's the interesting one. You can also move to the image clock, and you can see that there are so many options here, but I'm gonna go to gallery and select one GIF or a picture to appear on the display mode. We can adjust the size and positions as well as the color for the clocks above. Let's turn on the music information, and I chose portrait for the screen orientation. Turn off the brightness, and there is the widgets here that we can arrange the order of it that will appear on the lock screen. Then the contact information here, I'm just gonna write down my name. And for the notification, I choose the icon only, and we can adjust the transparency, hide the content, and here I think I'm gonna choose silent every time there is notifications. The last part is the shortcut at the bottom of the screen. I'm just gonna put WhatsApp on the left corner just because that's the application that I frequently use. So if you go to the home screen option, there are home and application screen or home screen only, and here I choose the second one where the application will be shown on the home screen just to make it simple. For the grid, as you can see, we have 4x5, 4x6, 5x5, and 5x6, and I think 4x6 is fine, so I'm just gonna use it. Then if you go back, there's this option for the folder, and here I choose 3x4. And then as you see here, I'm hiding all of the applications that I don't frequently use. This time, let's do some rearrangement for the home screen. And in the sections, we're gonna do some experiments with the widgets as well. But before that, here I'm gonna show you how the 2 previous settings works. So as you can see, I pinch out the screen like this, and as I swipe to the left, I turn off the Samsung Free app. And then since I want the home page at the center, here I drag the right page to the left, and then it's time to rearrange all of the apps and folders. Here I arrange it based on the functionality of the applications. So if you're done here, I'm just gonna divide the folder into 2 groups and drag out 2 applications that I frequently use that also match this color palette, which is green. And now's the fun part. Time to experiment with the widgets. First, I'm gonna change the clock style, and I'm just gonna go with white and make it transparent, and then I position it to the left. Next, I pinched in the screen again and tap widget option there. As you see, there's a lot of widgets available here, and for now I'm just gonna add the weather first. Adjust the size and the transparency. I'm also gonna use the exact settings for the screen time widget by going to the digital well-being and choose the first widget. Get to press it and click settings and adjust the transparency, and then I pinch in the screen again, go to the widget, and here I'm adding this Google search bar. And for the decorations, I'm gonna go with Samsung Note widget. I'm going to choose the very last widget of Samsung Notes here. Gonna drag it out like that. And then I'm gonna search for the text that I already made. We can adjust the positions based on the layouts that you want. And after that, you need to press it, go to settings, and make it transparent. For the next widget, here I also add device care widget. And don't forget to make it transparent to 30%. Since I recently used Notion a lot, I decided to add this Notion widget for the quick access. And to fill in the empty spaces, here I'm just going to add another decoration of quotes by adding this Samsung Notes widget. And here, what you do is that you go to the clip, go to the image and open gallery and choose any kind of quotes that you already downloaded before. And after that, you can adjust the position, the sizes, and you can also crop the photos. A quick tip for this kind of decoration, you need to make sure that the size of the photo covers all of the page. And then you can just put it to the position that you want and make it transparent. So the first page is done. Next, for the left page, I'm still gonna stick with calendar just like my previous customization for my tab, but here I'm going to use the second widget of the calendar. And after that, I'm adding this routine widget from the application called Routinary. And the next one, I'm also gonna add this Google Tasks widget. And this one's probably one of my favorite widgets at the moment. And please tell me if you want me to make a full review for these productivity apps. Anyway, the last one is the right page where we have all of the applications. Here I'm just gonna add some photos to decorate by using this gallery widget. Then you can change the position based on the layouts that you want. Then we can press the widget longer to go to the settings. And here you can choose specific images, then add pictures that you like that matches the home screen vibe. And I guess I'm just gonna go with this. And then we're gonna put it on the left side of the page like this. And after that, for another decoration, I'm going to use Samsung Note widgets again to add quote. And don't forget to make it full transparent. Adjust the sizing, and then I'm gonna place it right here. Next, to fill in the empty space at the bottom, here I'm adding Spotify widget. Then I arrange the position of the applications for a bit. And at the very top, I also add sticky notes from an application called Kumo. So there's a lot of templates you can use here, and they're all so cute. We can change the themes as well as the icon for the sticky notes. So the second last step is to rename all of the folders that we have here. As you see, we can also change the background color for the folders. And to rename the folder, we can use emojis or just plain text like what I do here. And the very last is that we can also arrange the notification panel at the top. We can swipe down the screen and swipe to right until the last page, and you can tap the plus icon right there, and there you go. There's actually other feature as you see at the top that we can add, and I'm just gonna rearrange all of the feature here based on how frequent I use it. And finally, here is the results. So if you tap the off screen once, we have the always on display, there's the gift, clock, music, notification icons, and if you tap it again, we have the lock screen. And if we click the time, we can see some widgets available here. On the home screen, we have this digital well-being widget. We can also tap the refresh mode, and this is where we can see how long we've been using our phone for today. The broom icon here is to refresh and clean the unnecessary files from the storage that we have. Below there's the Google search bar, and there's also Notion widget. On the left page, we have the routine app widget. The new calendar widget, and the last is the to-do list widget that connects with the Google Calendar. And for the last page is on the right one, and as you probably can tell already, these are all just a bunch of applications that I have. And we also have this Spotify widget at the bottom. Also, here are some inspo for you if you want to try different color for the theme. Anyway, I guess that is all for today's video. I hope it can be useful for all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hope you have a great day. Bye!